and welcome to the Nightfall radio show. I'm your host, Dr. William Lester. On tonight's show, the Gugmug. In the neighborhood I grew up in, there were creeks, brackish streams that ran between sandy banks throughout the area. I have no idea now if they ran together or were somehow part of a small waterway system. I've thought about those creeks many times over the years, partly because of that. As a child, I assumed that they must have all joined or run together at some point. Perhaps it fed into my boyhood fantasies that there was some kind of nexus to those ultra-suburban brooks. These creeks were places where make-believe boyhood adventures unfolded. We became explorers from the pages of some story penned by Jules Verne or Edgar Rice Burroughs. A major arm of the creek ran behind the house of a boy named Jeff. He and I were pretty good friends, and we spent many after-school hours accumulating sand in the cuffs of our blue jeans. I remember one day going into the house with Jeff for something to drink and bumping into his father, who was coming out of the kitchen as we were going in. He asked us if we had seen the Gugmug. Jeff and I looked at each other with that, "What in the world is he talking about?" look. He started explaining that years ago, when many of the houses in the neighborhood were being built, an old man, a Cherokee elder it was claimed, had admonished the developers not to build near the waters of the creek. He insisted, so the story goes, that something terrible lurked in the shallow pools, an angry water spirit that he called the Gugmug. It took the form of a demon fish, perhaps 50 pounds, with great bulbous yellow eyes and horrible rabbit teeth. It was said that on some summer nights you could hear the sound of the thing thrashing and snapping after frogs, snakes, and anything else within striking distance. A cat or a small dog venturing too close to the water's edge would be in mortal danger. So too might be an unsuspecting 10-year-old. If I remember correctly, that day way back when was my last day as a creek adventurer. I wonder though if it's still there, if it ever was in the first place, skulking around some rock beneath the tea-colored water. And I wonder if the kids in the neighborhood have ever heard the story. Probably not. Then too, with video games and YouTube and 300 channels on TV, there's not much risk of them spending summer afternoons playing down at the creek and having a nightmare encounter with the Gugmug. Thank you for listening to tonight's presentation of the Nightfall radio show. I'm your host, Dr. William Lester. The Nightfall radio show can be heard exclusively on the Blackwater Media YouTube channel. We'll meet again next time at Nightfall.